2009 is the bicentennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It's a celebration, it's a national celebration being promoted very heavily in Kentucky.
We wanted to do something to commemorate Lincoln, and it needed to be done fairly quickly.
Dr. Paul Tenkate from Thomas More College was the person in charge of the script and the information.
I said, well, I'm just going to take a hold of this, and it just grew and grew and grew from what was going to be a small exhibit into what really is a major exhibit for us. This is a once-in-a-lifetime exhibit, for this area anyhow, and we probably won't see anything like this for another 50 or 100 years. I have been interested in Lincoln since I have been a little boy, and my parents one weekend brought me down to Hodgenville, Kentucky, so I saw what was purported to be the birthplace cabin and the memorial building down there. And then I think I bought a little Lincoln book, and then I started to collect pennies, across the years, and I would have every year and put them in little slots. Before you know it, I saw some bookends, and I had to have the bookends, and then every book that came out about Lincoln, I had to have that. It's just sort of a childhood fascination that grew, and so when I end up getting my doctorate in history, I really never anticipated, even though I am an American historian, really doing an exhibit on Lincoln. The exhibit really kind of looks at Lincoln's life, so it gives a review of his life. So if you forget the details of his life, you can come and see the major events. But it weaves into that the constitutional concerns over slavery, so things like the Kansas-Nebraska Act, the Dred Scott decision, and if you always felt that, you went through U.S. history in school and I don't understand this, how does this fit in, why was this a concern? I think the exhibit and the text will kind of clear that up for you.
Some of the most rare artifacts that we have here with the Lincoln exhibit are objects from Abraham Lincoln's life and his time in the White House, campaign information, as well as objects from the time period.
We have artifacts from two different Lincoln collectors, major Lincoln collectors. So you're going to see some exciting things. The purported shirt collar that Lincoln wore to Ford's Theater that evening, in which had to be removed to examine his wounds. Purported piece of the bandage from his linens when he was at the Peterson House across the street. Signed documents by Lincoln, by Edwin Stanton, who was Secretary of War under Lincoln. Campaign buttons, campaign posters. We have 21 very large panels of text, which have 76 illustrations from all kinds of sources. But then we weave into it all his relationship with people in northern Kentucky, Cincinnati.